I went to Arizona State. Right. I'm a Sun Devil, man.
The 27-yard line. That's a great call. Play fake. The Funnel will put it up. Throws over the middle. Touchdown. Great play.
That's a way. Trying to center off with Eckerly, and he just missed the net. O'Reilly with the shot. Far down. He scored.
From behind for a month. Now with the lead, they're getting a little wobbly. Philadelphia, they won't get him. Wow.
Edwards pulls up and buries the flag.
Shot for Darby.
Three. Levitt gets it out quickly to Brown, and Brown will have the first and goal set up for the Sun Devils. Levitt. Touchdown, Gilreath.
Welcome into Pitchfork Lunch. Yes, I am Michael Caratanudo at Diablo00 on X, the artist formerly known, as the Twitter, as yes, you all know. I know you know that. So, yes, on at Diablo00 on X, artist formerly known as the Twitter. Also, you can go to my IG, Michael.Caratanudo.5. Yes, as you guys know, the show is live there as well. I know Pitchfork Lunchers, I tell you every day. Every day as you check it out. But yes, Michael.Caratanudo.5 on my IG. Also, don't forget the YouTube channel. You can go to my YouTube channel and you can go to YouTube, go to my channel and subscribe. It's at M as in Michael, V as in Victory, C as in Champ 005. Just like ASU football, Big 12 champs, ASU volleyball, Big 12 champs. You like that? Champs in Sun Devil Nation. Gotta absolutely love it. Getting ready to go. That was from the Big 12 championship on the way in the game. Or on the way from the Big 12 championship game. on the opening. So yes. But yeah, at MVC005 on YouTube, go there again. Any interviews, any sound, everything you've missed. Again, a ton of phenomenal interviews. Anything you've missed, it is all there. You can watch live on YouTube as well. Again, at MVC005 on YouTube. M as in Michael, V as in Victory, C as in Champ 005. You can check it out there. Also, those that are now that are listening on the best internet radio station out there on the web, the Casual Sports Radio Network, Pitchfork Lunch, a part of the family there. All you have to do, guys, is go to www.ksrnaz.com. Page will open up. Bam. Go to listen live, hit play. Boom. Pitchfork Lunch, Monday through Friday, 12 to 1 p.m. As we absolutely love being there. And again, a lot of Sun Devil content there now, as well as Casual E's got you covered when it comes to the Cardinals back at 500. Seahawks got a loss. The Rams hanging around, a little bit, but the Cardinals right there. So got a big game with the Rams coming up. Just need another Seahawks loss to the Vikings. But Casual E's got you covered, though, with the Cardinals, Suns, Diamondbacks, Mercury, and now, yes, Pitchfork Lunch, Mondays through Fridays, 12 to 1. Also, when you check out their page, you can check out, again, all their programming. Again, you hear commercials here anyway, but their programming plus replay schedule. So if you're watching, of course, I want you to watch. But if you got to drive, again, please don't watch and drive. I know you guys know this. You're smart. You're Sun Devils. So, yeah, you can, again, like I said, go to www.ksrnaz.com. Page opens up, click listen live. Hey, you're at work. You're at your, terminal. Bam, minimize the screen. And if and smiling in this holiday season, if you're working, with somebody that went to that school down south, and guess what? Maybe leave the volume up just a little bit so they can hear the sound and the thing from championships, all that good stuff. Just saying, if you want to, you can definitely do it. But but if you're watching, friends that aren't able to watch, let them know. Again, Casual Sports Radio Network, www.ksrnaz.com. Page will open up. Just go to listen live, hit play, and bam, there is Pitchfork Lunch for you. So, yes, like I mentioned off the top, again, it is a holiday season. Hope everybody's having a fun holiday season as things get rolling or get closer, obviously, to the holidays. But in Sun Devil country, yes, yesterday, as you saw, the first day of practice, they had a week off, so back at it. And then, yes, they will find out who they play this weekend between Texas and Clemson. That is who ASU is facing off again. Yes, I know many of you know this. Pitchfork Lunchers, you definitely know this. But I'm going to play Xavier Alford again from yesterday. And tomorrow I'll probably play a little bit of Coach Dillingham because we are going to talk hoops today as well, too. But, I kind of had to rush through Alfred's there. But, I mean, this young man, again, his story – it's just, again, of obviously, I guess you could say persistence in the aspect of and keeping his head on straight because last year, obviously, his waiver didn't get approved and both him and Jake Smith didn't get approved, but, scout team, but still in the film room and now just absolutely crushing it in Coach Ward's defense. What they again, want to accomplish and just the turnovers. I talked about kind of how to rush through it towards the end. So we're gonna hear from Xavier and Alfred. I got you covered, Pitchfork Lunchers, because hey, who doesn't want to hear from the 100-yard landlord? So yes, on this week's Taco Tuesday edition of Pitchfork Lunch. Um, so yes, we will hear from him. Also, we're going to talk hoops, obviously men's and women's hoops. They are winding down, like I said, their non-conference play. And they're winding down their non-conference play and getting set, obviously, to jump into the Big 12. The women are 5-5 right now, and the men are 8-2. Coming off, I know I talked a little bit about it yesterday, but yeah, it was a tough Saturday as they fell to Florida 83-66. Again, touching that, we'll get in. I'll get into it, but again, they're wrapping up. I mean, 8-2, and your 2 losses, and yes, to get to that level, you know me, guys. I'm not going to talk out of both sides of my mouth, but yes, I've said it a million times on this show, and on pretty much any show that I've done. Yes, to always had to be, games not played on paper, obviously, but to be a good team, you got to start beating other good teams. And then people look at you as a good team. And then as much as a lot of I have an issue with this phrase, but beating the teams that you should. But to appease that, or just to embrace that for a second, but you're a good team when, you start, competing with other good teams, staying close and beating the teams that you should. You become a great team when you're beating other very good teams to great teams, and then absolutely still beating teams that, again, quote unquote, should, right? So that's one of the things. Um, but yeah, I mean, for the men, I mean, to lose to Florida, top 10 team, and Gonzaga, top 10 team, uh, and again, the game against Gonzaga, a little bit closer, as we all know. Florida, and like I said, getting to the shooting percentage was not too pretty. It was tough, but you're gonna have those games. How do you bounce back? Yes, 11 days off. That is pretty tough. They're gonna wrap up. They're gonna be playing UMass. I want to say Saturday on the road. Believe me, if it was here, I would let you know. On the road, and on the road, and we'll see what they can do. How do you bounce back from a game like that? Yes, that's always an issue, but so how do you respond from that? And then on the women's side, I mean, 5-5 at 500. It's it's a team that for Coach Natasha Adair, like, wow. I mean, again, transfer portal, and they're scoring points. I mean, they've again Ty Skinner back, having a true point guard like that back. It makes a huge difference. And it's one of those things where the chemistry, I mean, early on, I mean, yes, running the offense, and yeah, of course, day and age of transfer portal, you're going to have bumps and bruises. Yes, you can't force chemistry. Practice is one thing, game speed, we hear about it, but yeah, just loving how they're looking so far, how they've been moving the ball. And again, Kennedy Basham, I mean, you got 6-7 down low, rebounds, which we know you guys know here, my pitchfork lunchers. And yes, we got to hopefully get to catch up with Coach Adair soon. But yes, big on the rebounding. And Big on rebounding. And, that's obviously stuff. And then defensively protecting the rim. Yes, you always hear coaches say that. It's like, well, what else are they going to say? But again, getting out in transition and offense running smoothly. That's what a Ty Skinner does. I mean, your first game of the year, first game back, drops a career high, drops 30. Like, awesome. So look, more of that to come. But yeah, I mean, this team, and look, in games they haven't won, I mean, yes, they got outscored, to overstate the obvious. I know you guys I'm not saying that to you, talking to you that way, but they haven't scored as much. But I mean, even in one of the losses, I mean, they gave up 100, but they lost, what was it, to Arkansas State, 100-96. So like that, but constantly putting up over 70, 75, 80 points, like in the game, huge. And for head coach Natasha Adair and her team, like I said, got some transfers. I mean, some local, obviously Kennedy Basham, like I said, that came back. Heavenly Greer coming back to coming back to the Valley and playing. So, I mean, look, again, you can say yes when they score less points, but defensively in these games, what I've liked that I've seen too from the women's team is just the spacing of the floor, but defensively, but again, just having the back. Now they did on Sunday, their last game, again, they lost 57-50 to UC Davis. You think, man, they only give 57 points. Yes. Unfortunately, it was kind of a bummer. They only scored 50. So defensively, look, this team, again, I think is going to give a lot of team fits, but you look at it, I mean, they won 74-66 against Jacksonville State opening game. Then they played Arkansas State, and they lost, like I said, 100-96. I said Arkansas, it was Arkansas State. Apologies. I mean, you put up 96 again, giving up 100, like both teams, insane. And I'll get to that box score in a little bit because it was, insane. And then they struggled against Grand Canyon. They lost 70-59. And then they turn around. They beat SMU 80-73. Then they beat Oregon State, again, back in Tempe, keeping that Pac-12 rivalry going. Coach, big on that, talked about that even last year and just kind of scheduling these games, but beat Oregon State 79-60, and then played Kentucky in the Coast to Coast Music City Classic Thanksgiving time. So the 26th and the 27th in Nashville, and they lost to Kentucky 77-61. But then they turn around the next day on Wednesday and beat South Dakota 95-88. And a teeny bit of time off. Again, they were in Nashville, but they were back east. They played in Baltimore. They played Coppin State. They lost in overtime 74-68. Turn around and beat Maryland Eastern Shores 64-57. And then, like I said, lost to UC Davis 57-50. But yeah, I mean, look, it's a roster that, I mean, you're at 500. So I know what you're thinking, like, well, okay, not the best of starts, but at least you're at 500. You're headed into a tough conference play, and we'll get to their schedule in a teeny bit. We'll get to their schedule in a little bit, but yeah, I mean, you're headed into conference play, and that is because UC Davis. Oh, they have one more non-conference game, and that is on the road right now. they just got tipped off on ESPN Plus. That's why I want to talk about it. They are playing San Francisco. So if you're watching, put ESPN Plus on in the background so you can check it out because they'll be playing for a minute. But they're at University of San Francisco right now as they take on the Dons. So that is going on right now, and that is where they are at. From the men's side, schedule-wise, like I said, they have UMass and they have UMass coming up next. And again, after that loss to Florida, but they are in Massachusetts. And yeah, 83-66, they lost to Florida. And then, yeah, they take on UMass this Saturday, actually, at 2 p.m. That'll be on the CBS Sports Network, just in case you were wondering. But yeah, the Saturday, 2 p.m., while some football bowl games are going on. You got the Devils. So, of course, Devils aren't playing. So, yeah, let's get and if the Devils were playing, you just, split the screen, watch both, as it should be. But yeah, 2 p.m., they will take on UMass, and we'll see how they bounce back again from that. But they will be back in Springfield for that game as well. So hockey all the way, by the way, coming up. Yes, they've had a little bit of a break, as I have told you about. Coach Powers and his team, again, just rolling 8-7-1 now. They've won 5 in a row, like we talked about. Forks up to that. Yeah, they will take on the U.S. national team development in 2 exhibition games on December 28th and December 29th, Saturday and Sunday. So right before, a lot of you head out to a lot of us head out to the Peach Bowl. You can see that at Mullet Arena. And again, they are exhibitions. So, it's not going to affect I'm just going to put it in the record, but they are exhibitions, so we shall see. And then, yeah, they play those, and then they have a few days off, and then the Desert Hockey Classic. Speaking of UMass, Cornell, UMass, and Robert Morris will be joining the Sun Devils here at Mullet Arena, January 3rd and 4th. 2 games the 3rd, 2 games the 4th. Cornell and UMass, January 3rd, Friday, just so you know, puck drop there at 3 p.m. And then ASU will take on Robert Morris at Mullet Arena. Obviously, all games at Mullet Arena, but we'll take on Robert Morris at 7 p.m. Puck drop there. And then on Saturday at 3 p.m., ASU or Robert Morris will play either Cornell or UMass. And then ASU will play either UMass or Cornell. So depending on who wins what and where, that's how it goes. But yeah, Saturday, same time. Friday, Saturday, 3 and 7 p.m., January 3rd and 4th. So again, this team, we will get more to them because loving what we're seeing from ASU hockey, right? Forks up. Football, again, like I said, in the fall, football, volleyball, soccer. Football setting the tempo, pick to finish last. And yeah, I care less about preseason rankings. If you haven't heard me say it a million times, tell you then, and again, next year, if they're picked to finish first, still don't care. Again, it's recognition, it's that, but I just love how since nationally you don't get picked, there's always these conversations, excuses about certain teams and their schedules or conferences, but other teams and schedules sounds very Scrooge's to me, just because they didn't pick and they're wrong. They're wrong. So yes. But nonetheless, that is what's going on. So I'm going to step aside real quick. We get back, we hear from the 100-yard landlord at Xavier and Alfred, because he again spoke yesterday, and again this I love again how he again just how he plays, but yeah, his story, and yes, and definitely want to that. Also, Mr. Fight sent me an article, guys from East Texas, like CJ, and well, Clayton Smith as well, but CJ Fight from East Texas, and very well represented in the college football playoff. But CJ Fight, Clayton Smith representing there too. So he he sent me a message, and it was pretty cool. I'll touch on that in a minute. But about East Texas being represented at ASU, having, again, quite a few of them. So, but Mr. Fight, again, CJ and I are together. Got to bring Tank out here, man. Got to bring Tank out for a game. Tank's got to catch a game. For those of you who don't know, you'll see in due time. But we're going to step aside. When we get back, we'll hear from Xavier and Alfred. And then also, like I said, we will touch on men's and women's hoops, as they got a lot coming up, a lot to play for, getting ready for Big 12 conference play, and how the rest of the Big 12 is doing. So we'll step aside, and we have more Pitchfork Lunch coming up.
You've been putting off because you don't think you can afford it? Well, it's time to call the team at Customer First Solutions. Customer First is your one-stop shop for all home repairs, from full interior and exterior painting to handyman services, drywall repair, electrical, and plumbing. Customer First has the most competitive prices in the Valley. Your flat rate quote is based on the square footage of your home, and that includes wall repair. All Customer First technicians are licensed, bonded, and fully background checked for your assurance. Call or text Customer First Solutions at 480-877-0255 for your free quote. Customer First Solutions, where our customers and their homes are our first priority.
This is the sound of a racing heart. It's beating a little faster because it belongs to a young child. But this child isn't in the middle of a close soccer game or playing with her puppy in the yard. Her heart is racing because she's just been told she has to move foster homes again. Change a child's story. There's a child waiting for a volunteer like you. Learn how you can help at casaforchildren.org.
KSRN has an inside track on all things sports, with topics and opinions from former players and local personalities. Catch 15-year NFL veteran Ed Smith and Jay Adams on Easy Sports Talk every Saturday.
Unfortunately, with this back and these knees, I don't quite have that ability, or at least I use.
Are you good? For all things Arizona Cardinals, tune in Monday nights with Casual E and Sean McConnell.
Bird Gang, I know it was another tough loss, but keep encouraged. We miss you, BA.
And now you can exclusively listen to former Arizona Cardinal Jeremy Bridges on his show, JB and Benny Blue Review.
Exactly.
Don't be dumb.
Sending the message out to the world.
Always relaying that message. Don't be dumb.
Yes, your guy, Benny Blue, comedian extraordinaire,
exclusively on KSRN, Casual Sports Radio Network.
You are listening to the best internet radio station on the web, KSRN, Arizona.
Yes, for those of you listening on KSRN, you are listening to the best internet radio station on the web. So I am Michael Caratino at Diablo00 on X, artist formerly known as the Twitter, as you guys know. Yes, see the show live every day, Monday through Friday, 12 to 1. Also, my IG, michael.caratino.5. The YouTube channel, guys, you can watch live on YouTube, but you can subscribe. Any sound, any interviews, any awesome interviews you have missed, again, go back, go to my YouTube channel and subscribe. And that's, you see my name, Michael Caratino, when you go to YouTube, but it's at M as in Michael, V as in Victory, C as in Champ 005 at MVC005 on YouTube, and subscribe. You can, again, get all caught up, see interviews, everything. And then, yes, on KSRN, when you go to www.ksrnaz.com, you can click listen live Monday through Friday, 12 to 1, but there's also replays. You can listen if you're driving around. Again, holidays, man, just be all in the know in Sun Devil Nation as we work on getting some more. Obviously, I'll have some more guests coming up. Don't worry, working on that, but everybody's schedules. And again, we'll have more coaches, players, insiders, voices, all that good stuff right here on Pitchfork Lunch. But speaking of players, again, I wanted to because I had to rush through it, kind of cut it off towards the end yesterday. So again, Xavier Alford, again, the Sun Devil safety, also known as the 100-yard landlord. His turnover, his interception, I should say, that he landed against, that he had against Texas State way back in week 3. Yeah. The amount of ground he covered, if you haven't seen the replay, I will look for that. I should have it. I think I have it. I'm pretty sure I have it. But anyway, yes, it was turnovers kind of when you do your job. And again, somebody like Shamari Simmons, who, again, we got news on that. We'll get to that in a minute. Well, he will be missing the first half. Well, coach had to make another call. So as of yesterday, you heard when coach spoke that, yes, he would be out for the first half of the game. Targeting call against Iowa State. Again, I'm not rooting for, but when you look at the hit, like what's a defender supposed to do? Again, it's yes, I know Pitchfork Lunchers, people can say, well, your show, you're a homer. No, it has nothing to do with being a homer. It's on my barometer. I always say this. Would I say the same thing? Would I honestly, fully, to my core, have the same opinion if it was happened to a player from the team down south? That's, what, again, that's what I'd that's how I base it off of. And if it was a player like that and I saw the same thing, that's just me. But nonetheless, see what happens. More to come tomorrow on that, ... because, again, coach said he was going to make another call, and we'll see how that went. I've seen nothing posted yet, but again, I think either way, well, definitely not the negative way. I'm not going to post anything about it, but we'll see. So nonetheless, here is the 100-yard landlord, Xavier Alford.
Oh, it was good. It was fun, high energy, feel like first day of practice again, get to, had a week to, kind of refresh, just be a regular person for a little bit, take it all in. But, we back and, we obviously got goals on our mind, big things accomplished. So just trying to get out here and work, same process we've been doing, same thing each and every week, and, just trying to attack it.
Kenny was saying that it might look a little sloppy when you guys first get back after a break. You guys got to get the conditioning down again. So what is the challenge that presents coming back from the break?
Just that, obviously today we felt like, it was high energy and stuff, but it wasn't our better practices as far as details, stuff like that. But, that's why we come back out here, have these days. We're trying to really get back to work as soon as possible, really. So we felt like today was the day that we had to kind of work the kinks out and things like that. But everybody's focused. Everybody knows, what the games we're going into, what's at stake. So we're really just focused on, like I said, tackling the process each and every day the same way and get ready to come back out here on Wednesday and go to work for sure.
Is there any moment of reflection of what you were able to do that maybe you didn't realize kind of in the moment of winning the Big 12 championship and the ride that you've been on?
Yeah, I mean, I think really just being at home, you kind of have time with your family and just around people, they kind of remind you of it, but it kind of was flushed out my head, once we won, because, we're not finished yet, we still know we got things on the table. So this team is just all about, going until we can't anymore, going until, that last game, those last seconds come off the clock. So that's really what we focused on. We're going to have that same energy just like we had first day of fall camp, and just keep it rolling with the punches.
And then next, those turnovers that you guys had, I mean, obviously playing complimentary football, I know I've talked to you about it, but man, I mean, just to come out in the second half, now that you've obviously seen the film, had time to reflect, but just how much do you feel that energized the offense?
Man, a lot. It's they know that we pride in takeovers. All through spring ball, fall camp, that's been our big thing. So when we going against them, they try to prevent us from getting those. Like days like today at practice. But in the games, I feel like it's momentum boosters. When they know that we're going out there to get them the ball back, so they can create more plays. And obviously create scores. So I think it does get them energy, and that's our job on defense, to have the offense back, provide energy, and they do the same. So when we get a turnover and they score off of it, that makes us want to go get another one. As you can see in the game, it was high energy. Everybody on the side, we got comfortable. So after that, we just start rolling. So whenever you get in the turnovers and bunches, it's always good. Always good.
Is it pretty easy to see why Sam has had such a good year at quarterback, because you guys go against him in practice?
Yeah, I definitely would say that. Just the different looks and stuff we gave him since spring ball, since he's got here. Me and Sam, we talk a lot. Obviously, QB and safety, we talk a lot about the looks. Like, he's like, "What do you see here? Why did you do that? Why did you do that?" So it's just good to have somebody like that, elite quarterback on the other side too, because he makes us better on defense. He can extend plays off the platform. He's very smart, athletic. So every day you come out here, you can't just take a break. When he's taking snaps, you got to put your best foot forward, and you feel like you're playing a real game because of a real elite quarterback. So it gives me more reps and makes the whole defense better.
From a player standpoint, how unique is it for you guys to have a coach who encourages, if you want to get into that transfer portal, you can, but we also still want you here to finish out the year? What is that like for you guys?
I think that's very important, because me and a guy that's transferred from different programs and stuff like that, my conversations weren't as pretty as that, maybe. But it's just lovely, just for him just to, not want to take the game away from kids and things like that, even though, you're looking to go somewhere else for your future and stuff like that. Just allow you to just still be here around the guys that you built this with, finish the season, this special season out with the guys that you built it with, just to come out here and play the game of football still, not just be away. And, transfer portal, sometimes you can be in a down mood because you kind of don't know where you're going to go, kind of don't know the direction that you're going to go in. But, he's completely honest with everybody from top to bottom, coaches, players, staff, and I think that's what makes us so special and what keeps us close together, because we know we all care about each other and what's really best for each other. So I think that's very important and a great thing, really a great thing. Not everybody does that in programs, as you can see. So
if I had told you back when it was 108 degrees out here, you'd be in this position, what would you have told me?
I would have told you exactly right. There was days that we was out here, right here on this field, running sprints, 115, 10-degree weather. Me, I'm always screaming, energizing the guys, because I knew that we can get here. I knew we had the players. I knew we had the coaches, the scheme. I knew we had everything, the resources. I knew we had everything to get, to where we can get. But, it's just up to us to go out there and execute each and every play, for us to get better each and every day. And we've been doing that each and every, especially on this back half of the season, been focusing on getting better each and every day. So that's still the main focus now, and it's going to be the main focus until we're done.
When you look at the improvement from last year to this year, do you think it's just more talent on the team, or maybe we got to be more comfortable with Brian Ward's scheme in year two?
I think it's a combination of both. I think, obviously we did go get some more guys, in the defense, it's guys everywhere. But I think, year 2 just in the system with guys that was here before, like me, Shamar, just in a linebacker room, guys that's Caleb, guys that's been here, Prince played on the D-line, just showing guys how it's supposed to look. And then obviously guys are talented, they can do it themselves. So once everybody was able to get familiar with the scheme and things like that, the chemistry and bond that we have just added a bonus defense. So we're able to just fly around and play fast off each other. So.
And yeah, just wanted you guys to catch up on that too, because the turnovers, and the turnover is one thing, like you said, coming in bunches. The other part, the defense, playing defense for Coach Ward. And, he was asked there by our good friend Hode Rubino, second year or being in the second year, guys that came in, but it's just knowing more and trusting. And yeah, granted, like I said, we know his story, like, yeah, scout team, and he wasn't able to play last year, but being locked in, and then just what he can do talent wise, just again, absolutely awesome. And this is a defense, again, you guys, that look, it just, I mean, you look takeaway wise, this team has, like I said, coming in bunches. 3 straight possessions in the Big 12 championship, right? As you guys all but you look at what, again, they've done. This is a team sack-wise that had 21 on the season. Colorado led the Big 12 in sacks, hence the season that the very solid season they had. They had 37, and then Kansas State had 31. Kansas at 28. Oklahoma State, not a great year record-wise, but 25 sacks. Utah had 24. Baylor and TCU had 23. UCF had 22. Like I said, the Devils had 21, as did that team down south and Cincinnati. And then Houston and West Virginia with 20. And then Texas Tech had 19, and both Iowa State and BYU. It's crazy because, again, top of the standings, but bottom of the sacks, they both had 16 on the season. So, yeah, not that they're the easiest to come by. Colorado at 40. That's 37. That's 3 sacks a game. So, yeah, that's changing a little bit of, obviously, momentum and field position, to overstate the obvious. But yeah, for ASU, it's one of those things where interception wise, ASU was second behind, again, they weren't up there in sacks, ASU Middle Road in sacks, but again, BYU 20 interceptions on the year, ASU 15 picks on the year. Iowa State had 14, as did Texas Tech. And then Baylor had 13. Colorado, Oklahoma State, Houston, Utah, and Kansas all had 12 interceptions on the season. You look at that, 12, that's 1 a game. Getting an extra possession a game. Like, yes, it would be great to get more, but that's 1 a game. And then for ASU, again, to have 15, because, that's, obviously a little bit over 1 a game. But yeah, then you have UCF and Kansas State had 9. The team down south and TCU had 8, and then both West Virginia and Cincinnati had 5 interceptions. But man, I mean, you look at that. Ten of the 16 teams in double digits, and BYU got to 20 interceptions on the season. I mean, giving your offense 20 extra possessions. Yeah, that'll turn out to do a lot of good, and obviously puts you in a lot of solid spots. So, but yeah, I mean, for ASU, 22 sacks, 21 sacks, 15 interceptions. I mean, you'll take that, and that's what Alfred's talking about there, because it's one of those things where when you look at what, again, they're able to do, man, it's just absolutely awesome. All right, take a quick break, and then when we get back, we are jumping into men's and women's hoops, because women's hoops playing right now, so we get an update on that, and then we will obviously talk men's hoops too, but get an update on women's hoops, how they're doing, and I'll get you the crazy box score from the 100-96 game that they fell short in against Arkansas State. So stay tuned. More Pitchfork Lunch coming up.
KSRN has an inside track on all things sports, with topics and opinions from former players and local personalities. Catch 15-year NFL veteran Ed Smith and Jay Adams on Easy Sports Talk every Saturday.
Unfortunately, with this back and these knees, I don't quite have that ability, or at least I use.
For all things Arizona Cardinals, tune in Monday nights with Casual E and Sean McConnell.
Bird Gang, I know it was another tough loss, but keep encouraged. We miss you, BA.
And now you can exclusively listen to former Arizona Cardinal Jeremy Bridges on his show, JB and Benny Blue Review.
Exactly.
Don't be dumb.
Sending the message out to the world.
Always relaying that message. Don't be dumb.
Yes, your guy, Benny Blue, comedian extraordinaire.
Exclusively on KSRN, Casual Sports Radio Network.
This is the sound of a racing heart. It's beating a little faster because it belongs to a young child. But this child isn't in the middle of a close soccer game or playing with her puppy in the yard. Her heart is racing because she's just been told she has to move foster homes again. Change a child's story. There's a child waiting for a volunteer like you. Learn how you can help at casaforchildren.org. This is the sound of a racing heart. It's beating a little faster because it belongs to a young...
Got a big painting project you've been putting off because you don't think you can afford it? Well, it's time to call the team at Customer First Solutions. Customer First is your one-stop shop for all home repairs, from full interior and exterior painting to handyman services, drywall repair, electrical, and plumbing. Customer First has the most competitive prices in the Valley. Your flat rate quote is based on the square footage of your home, and that includes wall repair. All Customer First technicians are licensed, bonded, and fully background checked for your assurance. Call or text Customer First Solutions at 480-877-0255 for your free quote. Customer First Solutions, where our customers and their homes are our first priority.
You are listening to the best internet radio station on the web, KSRN, Arizona.
2, bringing up third down. 3rd and 11. Quick snap. McLeod taking a shot, has a receiver, and it's intercepted. Behind their young quarterback, Sam.
Well, there you go. I found it. That the ground he covered there against Texas State. That's why, again, the 100-yard landlord. No debate here. But yeah, let's talk hoops. As again, the women's hoops team is in action right now against the University of San Francisco. Oh, real quick too, I just saw Zach Swanson, who obviously transferred here and hit the transfer portal last year, or came in for the season, but and he is going to be back next year as well. So get a lot of guys announcing and coming back, and like we heard yesterday, I mean, none of the too deep really in the portal. Some guys that are, again, still practicing. So, again, it's just good times in Sun Devil country. But right now, women's hoops-wise, as we had some scores, the Devils taking on San Francisco. And they are down 34-32 right now at halftime. So it's a 2-point game. It was a tough first quarter. San Francisco, who is 2-6 right now, taking on 5-5 ASU, they outscored ASU 22-11. Yeah, 11 points in the first quarter, 20, or for the Devils 20. But then look at that. They come back. Bam, 21 points in the second to 14. So 34-32. Kennedy Basham right now has 7 points, has 6 blocked shots. Holy moly. Wow. Well, again, I know people say, well, she's 6'7". Again, it's not like there's a lot of very good basketball players that are tall, don't get 6 blocks in a game. And heck, Maggie Besselink has a block, and so does Heavenly Greer. So, yeah, 8 blocks in this game. San Francisco has 2. But Basham, look at that. Perfect from the field. She's 3 for 3 from the field, 1 for 1 from the 3-point line. 5 boards. Wow. So she's got 7 points, 5 boards, 6 blocks. Hello. Yes. Again, this is what they can do. Ty Skinner, 4 for 11 from the field. Ooh, struggling from 3. 1 for 6 from 3, but 2 for 3 from the line. She's got 11 points to pace ASU. Jaya Lovett, or Lovett, pardon me, has 8 points. So Skinner's got 8, Skinner's got 11, Lovett's got 8, Basham's got 7 for ASU. Kennedy Fauntleroy has 4, and Michaela Moore has 2 off the bench. So to this point. So, yeah, 34-32 at halftime. The Devils are 12 for 36 from the field, so 33%, 4 from 17 from 3, 23.5%. But they are 4 for 5 in line, 80%. So we like to see that. Although San Francisco, they've had, oh wow, yeah, they are 100% at home. Well, I mean, they're at home. They are 10 for 10. Lorena Barbosa is 4 for 4. Deborah Dos Santos 2 for 2, as is Angeliki Zayaka is 2 for 2, and so is Aya Kita. So yeah, 10 for 10 from the line. Although they're also shooting 33% from the field. That's correct. They're 11 for 33. They're 2 for 12 from 3, though, at 16%, but 100% from the free throw line. So again, that's 10 points right there. But 34-32 at the half for ASU. And I want to give you, before we get out of here, the crazy box score real quick from that Arkansas State game. Again, Arkansas State beat ASU 100-96 here in Tempe. But, I mean, ASU put up 28, 23, 18, and then 27. Arkansas State put up 25, 30, 19. They both had challenging third quarters, and then 26. But yeah, 100-96. But that game saw 5 Devils in double figures. Jalen Brown had 24, Nevaeh Parkinson at 18, Skinner was 16, Ty Skinner 16, Kennedy Basham 14, and Kennedy Fauntleroy 13. They shot 54% from the field that game, 39 for 72, 2 for 13 from 3, so 15% there, and 16 for 19 from the free throw line. So they, 84%. Arkansas State was 75% from the 3-point line, 15 for 20, but they were 13 of 30 from 3-point range, 43%. And that little bit extra was a difference. They were 36 for 70 from the field, 51%. So again, just crazy on that side. And so, yeah, but they're looking to bounce back and get that win again. Love how this team, again, moving the ball, what they can do down low. Again, Kennedy Basham, tune into ESPN Plus. She's got 6 blocks, and we're about to get out of here. But again, the men 8-2 on the scene. Like I said, Florida. I told you I'd get to that. Again, it was tough sledding for the Devils. 83-66. They were 7-25 from 3, which is 28%. Again, not too good. They only shot 37% from the field, and they were 68%. From the free throw line, 13-19. Adam Miller had 18 points. Jaden Quaintance had 14. Bashir Jihad had 13. Josan Sandin, though, 2 for 9 from the field, 1 for 4 from 3. And that is something, again, we have not seen too much of. And again, but hey, look, it happens. And they shot, they said 68% from the free throw line, and then they were 28% from 3, 37% altogether from the field. So yeah, they had 12 turnovers to Florida had 14. So I mean, 12 not great, but at the same time, like, yeah, Florida just capitalized. They shot they were 33% from the 3-point line, 90% from the free throw line, and then they shot 47% from the field. Had rebound wise, though, they had 47 to ASU's 27. So yeah, they crushed them on the boards. But look, Coach Hurley and them, they got it going the right way. And so does Natasha Adair. This team, both teams, very, very excited. So hey, I'm gonna get out of here. I'll have more from football practice tomorrow as the team gets back on the field tomorrow. Everybody have a most phenomenal rest of your Taco Tuesday. You enjoyed. Again, at Diablo00 on X, RS Windows at Twitter. Got anything, any comments, thoughts, stuff I might be working on, haven't mentioned, I don't know. But again, throw it out there. Want to get involved, throw it out there at Diablo00, my IG, Michael.Caracino.5. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's at M as in Michael, V as in Victory, C as in Champ 005 at MVC005 on YouTube, where again, you can watch live every day. And you can also go and subscribe and catch the shows you miss. And, of course, the Casual Sports Radio Network. So stoked to be a part of the family. Go to www.ksrnaz.com. And, bam, page opens up Monday through Friday, 12 to 1. Click Listen Live. You're right there. And then, again, but the coverage of not just, obviously, Pitchfork Lunch and Sun Devil coverage, but Cardinals, Suns, D-backs, Mercury, Casualties got you covered. So I will see you tomorrow. And yes, you guys know it. Hashtag our state. Thank you, volleyball. Again, phenomenal season. And yeah, hashtag our state. And yes, you guys know it. As always, forks up.
I went to Arizona State. Right. I'm a Sun Devil, man.
27-yard line. That's a great call. Playing fake. Funnel will put it up. Throws over the middle. Touchdown. Great flag.
That's a way. Trying to center off with Eckerly, and he just missed the net. O'Reilly with the shot. Far down. He scored.
Come from behind for a the lead. They're getting a little wobbly. Philadelphia, they won't get it. Wow.
Edwards pulls up and buries the flag.
Richardson tries, out for Robbie Ryan. Her three right on the money.
Daniels takes his shot for Darby.